My dad's history had scared me for most of my life. My dad was 61 when he died of a heart attack. Dropped in the driveway working in the garden one summer day, and he had a heart attack. So I'd always wondered, oh, Lordy, you know, is that the way I'm going to go? And as I got older and had blood pressure and cholesterol issues, you know, it just piled up. The closer I got to 61, the more it haunted me. Doctor's been keeping an eye on me for my blood pressure and everything because of my father's history. I showed up for the appointment in April, and I'm teasing the nurses, and they're weighing me, and I'm playing and doing what I do. A nurse takes my blood pressure, and I hear, "Oh my, what's that?" I'm going to check the other arm. So she checks it and gives me a second, "Oh my," and calls the doctor. My blood pressure had spiked like crazy. He says, "Well, we got to get this down. We'll get some medication in you. But the big thing is finding out what happened." They gave me a pill, and it took it down, and then they began a series of tests to find out what made this happen. He starts saying, "You're fine on the pump, but on the recovery, you're not as good as you should be." And finally, after about 8 minutes, he says, "I'm calling this off. You need an angiogram." So I showed up, they did the angiogram. I was a little knocked out during it, but I was aware, and I remember very clearly the doctor saying, "All right, we're done here," in a way that just didn't sound very good. So sure enough, the doctor said, "You're too plugged up. We can't stint all you need. Why don't you just spend the night? You can be number 2 tomorrow." So I spent the night. The next day they sawed me open and gave me a quintuple bypass. And having the surgery and surviving and feeling great, exercising, having lost the weight that I lost, it's just a huge relief. In addition to being physically fixed from what ailed me, the mental, I mean, it's like a whole new chance. I feel like a 18-year-old again or something. Frankly, from the moment I showed up for what I thought was going to be the angiogram, and it continued for the 4 days I ultimately spent there. People who were just polite, seemed truly happy, helpful, professional. Nothing was missed. They watched over me like a hawk. If I needed anything, they were on it. It was an incredible experience in that sense, and I can't believe that an organization as big as Providence, and with all those employees, and I bumped into nurses and people serving food and heart surgeons and the nurse that took care of me after the surgery when I was waking up with tubes in me, and they were warm people. They weren't just going through the motions. Providence, the people, what they did to me. I still can't believe you can survive this, by the way, that they can do this to you and you can come out not hurting, feeling great, functioning like you haven't in so many years, and feeling like your life, your future was opened up for you. It's a miracle they can do this. But they did it. I am the proof of it. It was amazing.